lane back and that outside lane forward.
I love that word, energy. And speaking of, we got a big crash on the front stretch. A few cars around, and another one gets hit. Looks like the 10 of Richard Garvey.
Still wrecking.
69. Scott Melton involved. Tony Breidinger comes to a stop in the infield. Eric Caudell destroyed race cars.
Yeah, Tim Richmond is on pit road. He was involved as well.
See what happened. Where did it go wrong?
See Tony, Tony's the white car on the inside who she got run into from behind. Very similar to what we saw in practice yesterday. I believe that was the 10 car, Richard Garvey, that ran in the back of Tony.
And obviously really hard hit there on the 7 car and the 69. But yeah, that from that angle, that definitely looked like just a really bad push, really poorly timed push gone wrong there, coming off of turn 4.
Very similar to what we saw yesterday. That little tap from behind, she gets sideways.
Yeah, Brayton Laster with the 0-3 with nowhere to go, and watch.
Oh my gosh. Great camera shot. But
wow.
Man,
that's Richard Garvey riding up over.
Looks like
Lester's.
A stadium truck.
Eric Caudell obviously involved in the 7. Some pretty hard hits there. You hit pretty hard at 180 or 90 miles an hour.
Yeah, no kidding. And then this is the worst case scenario. You got the 7 car coming back up on the racetrack and gets T-boned. So
let's ride on board the 03 of Brayton Laster.
This is the pizza
right
man.
There.
Just the butt kicker on board.
Yes, it is. Boy, it happens so fast, doesn't it?
Kicking the pants, all right.
Brayton Laster just making his second ARCA Menards series start. Look at that breathing right there, taking it all in.
Like Phil said, that happens so fast. I mean, you're going 180 miles an hour 1 second, and a second later you're crashed out of the race.
Around, yeah.
Here's a kid who races in Indianapolis. Like a
dirt tracks, figure 8.
Yeah, figure 8 racing.
Speed, the speedrome.
This is a whole new world here, and I'm sure that had to have been one of the hardest hits of his career. Let's look once again.
Yeah, he had nowhere to go there, obviously, not being able to really react to that car getting spun behind him. So just an innocent bystander, so that's unfortunate for Brayton there, and kind of lost that opportunity. So definitely feel for that.
We'll go on board again with Laster. That was unbelievable by the 10. All 4 wheels off the ground. Brayton Laster,
waving at the crowd.
He's a fun kid. You obviously talked to him down in the garage area, talking about got straight A's in high school, going to college. But he said the college didn't really understand him missing time to go racing, so he transferred to a different school.
Can relate to that. Well, that's great that he's got a good attitude about it. It's obviously a tough situation being able to get out of the car. Obviously, you see Eric Caudell there, a little slow to get out of the race car, and medical team working with him there to get him to the infield care center and checked out.
Thank goodness for the safety measures on these cars from what it used to be years ago. But the head and neck restraints systems, obviously, the seat containments. It's amazing what the safety innovations that have happened in the last 20 or 30 years.
And great job by our AMR safety crew as well. Let's see just how hard this impact was. Wow.
Lifted the back end up off the ground.
All I can say is thankful that was the passenger side.
Yeah, there's a lot more foam in that right side door, so being able to hit there, obviously not great with the stopped cars. So looks like we got a slow-mo of the 03 onboard there. I mean, even in slow motion, I mean, ramping right off the right front. Can't do anything about that, but pretty crazy that the 10 car got in the air, but it came right back down. You know, that's how the safety devices are supposed to work. So obviously good. Nobody got on the roof there and tumbled a bit, but pretty crazy shots.
You guys make it look so easy, but in reality, I mean, these guys are going 185 miles an hour, and that was at full throttle right there where they hit. And you see it here, just trying to watch him maneuver his way through.
People always ask, what does it feel like to go 190 or 200 miles an hour? Austin, I'm sure you get asked the same question. And it's all relative. When everyone around you is doing the same thing, it's not that big a deal. But when you get in trouble like that, then you really realize how fast you are. And it takes forever to get these things stopped.
Yeah, you don't learn how fast you're going until it stops, and that's the biggest, especially these tracks. You're never going to have any bigger wrecks than what you have at Daytona and Talladega.